Hey, I figured, there we go, it focused. This would be a neat way to make a little bit more content as I am self-conscious and I adjust things here. Ayo. So I've always liked Monster Highs a lot, and a few nights ago on Shizu-san's stream, from going from Friday into Saturday, because starting at 10 and getting a bunch of friends forever and together, and it's gonna last a while. I learned from one of the people that also called into a stream that they did relaunch, when they relaunched Monster High, they did do a Ghoulia, but it was Target exclusive. And I like Ghoulia because she's the gamer, dork, geek girl, which, yes. I think she's the only one that wears glasses actually for vision corrections, so to speak, which, yes. So I like Ghoulia, so I wanted to get Ghoulia. So today I went out and I found Ghoulia. So just for posterity, I'll record her in her box. It was interesting because on the back of the Laguna box, I noted that basically it looks like on each of the other girls. So these were the original girls at launch that are available everywhere. On the other boxes, it removes one of their guys from the steps and puts them here for the art, but Ghoulia wasn't over here, which was interesting. Like, did they even make her? So I learned that they did. So just, we get to observe the art, the fun little slouchy hat. Here it doesn't show that there's art on it, but they did like screen print a little, we'll see it later, but they did screen print a little brain on there, which is super cute. Actually, you can, oh, that's cute. I just realized the artwork on the side of the box is unique to the doll. That makes sense. Okay, so we have a grave because she's a zombie. It's probably, maybe that's her house. And then we have Sahoots a lot, her cat's eye glasses. These are kind of cat's eye. Brain. A lot of stuff on her are brain styled hearts or heart styled brains. I'm not sure, one or the other. Then a disembodied hand, very cute. There's some older webisodes where I think one of her hands, no, it was actually Frankie Stein's hand that came off at the stitching. And then of course her definitely not a Switch item. Seems like right around here is the golden like focus zone. So once again, here she is. There's lighting and flash all around, which is kind of making things interesting. One of the things that I found interesting about her is that she comes with a skateboard, but unlike a lot of fashion dolls recently, she doesn't come with a helmet. Almost everything was like, if you have something you should be wearing particular protective gear on, you should also wear a helmet. I guess it's because maybe the argument can be made she's already dead, so it can't get much worse. Or maybe it doesn't matter if she gets brain damage, because then she can just eat some more brains. But she didn't come with a helmet, which is very interesting. I do love that they continued the Dead Fast printing on there. I will say I'll get some of these accessories out and I'll show you. I'm not as impressed with the quality of the printing on here, but I'm not sure if I can remember much where they actually, I don't know, they had screen printing, but there wasn't that much printed or painted that was separate, other than, yeah, I don't remember that many printed accessories on the older dolls. So maybe this is just something they're working on. I want to see, do I want to save this box? Not really, but there's also a part of me that does. So I'll try to open it without making much of an issue here. It's interesting thing. How are they doing this? It's interesting. It almost, it'd be cool if I could like save the back paper at least, since it's interesting. I used to save all the back cards from my Transformers because they had like data and information from the Transformers on them. But there's like these little tab things on the side. All right, we got maybe tab things on the bottom, connecting the clear. There we go. Bop, bop. Why I should save anything I don't plan on reselling, I don't know. I already saw, I just took a glance today. She was on sale, but they didn't give me the sale, but I wasn't going to futz around with it there at that time, at that moment. I didn't want to think about it. So I'm just going to go in later to Target and have them price match it for me. But, hey, there we go. Almost. Almost. Don't tear the paper. Why do I care? I'm keeping her. But don't tear the paper. Oops. Aha. Okay, so there's like this thing, and if you press it in, it comes out of the part. Cool. So they almost make it so you can take on and off the box fairly easily. Now you can see her all out without the shine. That's wonderful for you guys. I'm sure a million people have done this before. I just wanted to talk about my perspective on it. Speaking of perspective, focus. Focus. Will it focus on her if I bring her in and she's the only face to see? A little bit. So, you can almost see a little focus. There's like lines in the printing here and here. It's cool the amount of detail they got on them, but it almost reminds me of like when 3D printers can print color at the same time, or like when when like a printer is printing but it's like creating streaking in the print. So I'm not overly impressed with that. Now, how do I extract her? Well, maybe Sir Hoops-a-Lot is the first one that comes out. He only got a few rubber bands holding him in. Looks like he has separate glasses. His glasses are a little closer to her original glasses. Goodness sakes, how do they attach these things in here? You know, I'm gonna start cutting rubber bands. I'm just gonna do it. Just going for it. Boop. Pop. Pop. I usually like to keep these rubber bands because they're good to reuse. They're good if you're trying to put an accessory in a doll's hands so you don't see it. Wow, like they... Come on. There we go. 8 million rubber bands. They like rubber banded the glasses onto the face as well. Well, maybe I'll manage to save one set of clear rubber bands. We'll see how well the glasses stay on the face without it. Not terribly well. Were the original ones sculpted on? They might have been sculpted or painted. But yeah, here we go. There he is, and the glasses come on and off. The bottom of the feet have a little arch so you can place it on an arm. We'll see. I'm curious how steady the arms can be. Okay, backpack is looped through this rubber band. Just, wow, that's not working. That's not very sharp. Backpack. Oh, that's interesting. That's a nice little detail. The backpack they actually made in 2 pieces. It's sculpted like a brain. And it's actually able to open almost like a coin, like a grandpa's coin purse. And you can actually put a few things in there. Like maybe Sir Hootalot's glasses so you don't lose them. Does it come all the way apart? It seems like the plastic's fused, so I don't want to force it. That would be easier to put some other things in. Let's see here. Take away the hat carefully from the box. I know you can't see me cut things, but whatever. We're just doing this informally, just for fun. For the memories, because I haven't done an unboxing of a doll in forever. Because I don't get that many dolls, but because I don't have that many places to display dolls. And I like to have most of my collection displayed. But here we go. Here you can see the little brain on the hat. Just in case you didn't know where your brains were, it's a label, and then maybe put a heart where your heart is. So the vampires know where to go. So Dracula is a vegetarian, I think. I think she eats beet juice. Was that right? It's been a while. So here's the game system. And let's see if we can make it focus. How much can we focus? Yes, great. No, yes. You can see it's kind of printed on there, but a little gradient. That's still a lot of tiny painting for people that are more used to fashion dolls than like tiny little action figures. I wonder, that must be, well, the pink parts must be screen printed, you would think. It has a weird texture for screen printing. That's amazing. So I was knocking on these earlier, but the front and the back of the brain puffs are printed, which is a really cool detail. A lot of the things I like about Monster High is the thought of almost every single detail, like every little accessory that they put in for the doll is thought out and themed. Man, we really just like seal this doll in place. Okay, one leg free. Where are you attached? Through the back. How am I do this? Can I get your phone out? Can I get your phone hand out? Snip, snip, snip. Okay, I snipped that one. Oh, bother. Well, that sucks. We'll fix that later. So I took out her, oh my gosh, there's a name for these. Skull phones? I can't remember. But when I took it out, the paint popped off of it. So I guess I'll patch that up, but her hands, she was caught red-handed. The paint remained on her hands. Uh-oh. That's fine. I'll just take some solvent of some sort, or maybe just very lightly with a craft knife. And oh no, it's actually coming off just when her hands are vinyl. The old hands, I thought the old hands were hard plastic. These new hands on the new dolls are vinyl. So the paint picked off, at least the paint on her one finger picked off with my fingernail. I'll have to get the little extra bit off her thumb. All right. Now, how the heck do I get the rest of you free? Now, her original glasses on the original release doll were they actually folded like a real pair of glasses, but that was very tiny and very fragile, and They did, in fact, online break. How did you guys do this? I think I see. What you guys did. I got to get in here so I can cut the fastenings that are holding her. Am I overthinking it? I'm probably overthinking it. And there we go. I ripped the box. It's bound to happen eventually. Doesn't matter. At least I got everything on video so I can appreciate the packaging as it was originally. Come on. Why can't I just rip things open? Even when I open like presents, like I like to cut at like the tape points. Why am I doing this? Maybe it ends up like a puzzle. Like even if I only do it once, it's still like a puzzle to figure out how they did all these box things to make it a cohesive unit. Okay, so that goes like that. That goes like that. Then this whole top thing is taped together. And should. Aha! I have it. It has unfolded. What was a very fun shaped box is now flat. Cool. Maybe I'll just save the back panel. So that's where her art is, which is very cool. This part is just kind of like a gradient. And then, gosh darn it. These gosh darn carpenter ants everywhere. This is cool because it's like a 3D sculpted or vacuum formed plastic piece for this part, which is neat. It is plastic and filled into there. It'd be cute if I made a little monster. Well, I do have Monster High section. I could like tape this on the pillar to kind of mark out the section because that's pretty cool. Appreciating the packaging. I also appreciate that they did like a kind of, what's the word? Reflective. Yes, love? Sure, just a little bit. I'm making a video. All right. She's almost out. You know, because it's kind of flush there. Go for wire clips. Boink. Oh, that's so much easier. Boink. Yeah, that makes life indefinitely easier. Okay. See how we did. We'll have a loose stall. Almost. Her head is fastened with these rubber bands. And her hand is fastened over there. Just like hoping when I go in with the clippers. Aha, hand is loose. And what the heck is holding her head in? Just gonna snip it. I don't know what my obsession is with taking it out with the least amount of destruction possible. Just oh, baby cat. I cat's crying because he can't see me. What is... Oh, I think they actually... Okay, I could just rip. It's in there. Okay, skateboard. Nothing that impressive with the board top. Could use some deck tape, but they did print, once again, dead fast onto the bottom of the board. But yeah, they pinned her head into place. They are obsessive with the presentation of the dolls. I've seen dolls in stores with their heads turned out and about. Okay, she should be. She is free. So some more paint transfer over there. There's a million little snipped pieces around. They have printed on spiderweb under. This is the butt check. Sorry, it's butt check down. She has printed on spiderweb underwear, which is a neat little detail. The thighs seem like they are a 2-part now. They originally just 1 part that I remember, and it's like, let me see if we can lower the brightness so we can see better. 1, 2, 3. So you can see the seam line there. It seems like it's fused in place, however. So she's very cute. There she is. Now there is a piece holding the glasses in place, and it is clipped into her. Now, how to undo that? Once again, I gotta go in here and carefully undo it. Try not to get any of her hair. One more on this side. More hair in the way on this side. Are they just like... Can you imagine a small child getting this and then trying to get the doll out? I don't know. Wow, they put her arm in a very odd position. Trying to just figure out where the joints are so I can get her arm out of the way. All right. I'm going to get one little strand of hair. As long as I don't get too much, should be fine. Blink. No. No more. Blink. Yes, got it. All right. Now we should be able to see her face a little bit better. So they put this on to the glasses, this extra little plastic piece for attaching, and I don't know why. Maybe they were worried that they like about paint transfer, like we saw on the Tombstone. I can't remember. Tombstone. That's Final Fantasy 14. I can't remember. One more rubber band. I will say one of the little details that I do love about her is there's these little paint lines for her eyebrows. Let me see what brightness. Be good to show those. That reminds me of a ball jointed doll. Also, her brows are very thick and pronounced. I like these, but they're a little... I feel like they could have been executed a little better. Also, I don't know if she's so... Like, they added in tombstones, but I don't know how much it is. The hair is kind of clumpy. Not terribly in love with that. I'm going to have to better take out the plastic pieces a little later I'll try and move all the hair away and clip it as close to the head as possible and then push it. I think I usually pushed it in with like a pin or something like that. Her eyes are very cool. They have green and purple. They got like green. They have a lot of colors happening here. We can't see all the colors. I think we might need brighter. Let's see, that's, oh, there we go. Now we got white light. 1, 2, 3. So, darker. Yeah, so you can see there's like green underneath her eye, purple, and then there's green and purple in the eye. She reads like Frankenstein though, because they made her skin green now instead of gray, which I think is interesting. Because of that, they changed the tone of her hair a little bit. It's darker blue now. Let's see how these glasses do. The plastic on the glasses is kind of like foggy. I thought maybe it was just that little plastic piece, but it is not just that. I do love that it says brains on the little stripes here. Wrists seem a little bit more posable. I do like that they are the soft vinyl now. How are the... So this is still hard plastic. That's still hard plastic. Shoes are a soft vinyl with a pointed toe. Feet are bigger than the old Monster High. And let's see. I love the baggy shirt. Like, it's very like boyfriend sweatshirt kind of feeling. Super cute. I love the rainbow heart on her heart. Rainbow brain heart. I do not. Hands are hard to get things on and off of. I wonder if they come off easily at the pegs for children to play. Shall I force it? Ooh, it does not. No, it does. Okay, so that makes clothing easier to put on and off. It's just a little pressure peg. And I'm sure if you take that on and off several times, it'll get harder and harder. They did kind of like a cut hem underneath here. Focus. Yeah, there we go. Cut hem, cut hem. Now they gave her underwear. Her chest, I think, feels just smooth, which would make sense because if you wore anything tighter, it would show. They stitched on this like plastic zipper, which I think if you're going to put a zipper on something, like make it seem metallic like, I don't know, I guess maybe, oh, that's interesting. They added a joint. I'm just seeing this for the first time. Wow, come on. What are your hips doing? They're huge. Come on, hips. Holy moly. Sorry. I'm very curious because I haven't seen any of these unclothed or anything. Shoes, 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 shoes. So they now have a joint here, which means they're not always in that arched back position, so they can hunch forward a little bit. Also means they can probably sit a little better now, hunching this way and not leaning back and tilting the head forward. So that's cool. That's a little bit more natural motion. Full nice little ball joint on the arms. And I believe you should be designed. Oh, yeah, your glasses are not going to stay on, buddy. Yeah, he's designed so. And look, her arm holds him right up. That's marvelous. Well, mostly. I mean, like any action figure, if you play with the joint, if we tilt it this way and this way, she'll hold it right out. So that's cool. I love her posing. I love the curves they gave her. I love that she's a little less stick figure-y than the original one. I don't like the face paint and the colors that they chose as much, but you can tell that there's a little bit more engineering on the back. If you can see. You can see, focus. Focus here. Here, camera. Here, camera. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Maybe. No. Well, on the back. Oh, there we go. There's your usual made in China Mattel shop, but it's like printed in silver, which is interesting. I'm wondering if that's like anti-piracy kind of stuff. But let me quickly get her back together again, at least into a half decent state. I'm just gonna take my own advice. That's easier. That's like the ball jointed dolls. How many kids are gonna lose their poor doll's hands? If it's Frankie Stein, at least it's canon. Oops, lost my hand. Sorry, went on an adventure. I had a whole episode about that. Okay, got that back on. Get her shirt back on. Very cool. Get her hands back on. Just kind of wiggle it in until I hear it pop and see maybe where that little bit of pink is on the thumb. Not really. Yeah, really. A little bit right there. It's whatever. How much is a kid going to care about that? I don't know. They might just scrape it off or something. It might come off if I futz with it a little bit more eventually. Get her skirt back on. Fairly easy to dress, other than I would say you would need to put the hands on and off for certain outfits just for your own sanity. Okay, then we have boots. Are they right and left dependent? They are. They are, in fact, a right and left boot. You can see they are, in fact, right and left. So that would be that foot. That's cool. It's a nice little thing when they do asymmetrical. That feels like that should be the other thing. Did I do it right? I'm going to go with yes. See, they kind of did the bottom like sculpted like a brain would be, but they didn't color it like a brain would be. The only thing that's colored like a brain is the one on the hat and the one on the hearts on the ribbon. Which, like, I love all the, like, unique fabrics they use for these dolls. It was kind of fun, like, looking at 90s Barbie stuff and seeing where the fabrics would be reused and reused and reused. And, like, I wonder if they're going to reuse this fabric in any other pieces, or if it's they made enough that they're just going to, this is the only thing that fabric's used for. Now, with the hat on, she comes together, I think, definitely. The funny thing is they did make her have a video game, and they also used to play her up for having slow reflexes, though, so I'm wondering if that kind of, maybe she plays turn-based games. We're gonna go with that. She plays RPGs. That way she doesn't have to worry about how fast or slow it goes. And it even has the Monster High logo there. See, I don't know why you would put a Monster High logo there in universe. You should put something like, kind of like the Dead Fast comics or Brain Puffs. Like, make something fun and inventive. Like, think about it. Like, so there she is. There's my unboxing of Ghoulia Yelps. I feel like this could have been maybe a little bit more inventive. A little bit. Like, I guess this is the fun print. And then they spent money on the brains ribbon and this ribbon and the screen printing here. And the artwork balances out. But I think think she works out quite well. She looks quite good. She reads as gray, even though she's green. she turned green. She got gangrene. It's fine. But yeah, I do like her. I'm happy now that I have the old version and the new version. It'll be fun to display them side by side. It's gonna be tempting to just repaint her. I've heard of people repainting them like the older ones. Like the original one had like dark, smoky eyelashes and bright red lips, which is very fun. I'm like looking at it up there. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed just 30 minutes of me blabbing on and opening a doll. Have a good day.